What's going on, guys? I am Chris Luck, aka Chris Luckenbuck in real life, and today's video is my 1 year, well, I guess now it's over a year, but my weight loss story and journey on how I lost 80 pounds since April of 2014. It's now June, almost July of 2015. Went from 280 to I'm around 196, 198, 200 now. It depends on the day and the time and whatnot. So I'll just say 200 plus or minus. We'll say 4 pounds. We'll give it that. So the first thing I want to say is it's not something that happened overnight with anything. Honestly, when I first I'd say the gym helped me, not saying you need a gym, but when I first started working out, I was right out after high school 4 years ago. It's weird because then I was 270 pounds and I lost 30 pounds and I was around 240 and I was pretty happy. But then I got pretty comfortable with my job and I ended up gaining 40 pounds back, making me 280. And I was around that for a few months. I wasn't going to the gym. I was eating McDonald's literally 3 times a day sometimes because it was convenient for work. My hours sucked for work. It was perfect to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. So, I could never do that again. And looking back, I don't know how I ever did that. So many people warned me about doing that too at work, and I just ignored it. So, anyway, in April, I said, man, I gotta get back into the gym. I want to get down to 215. I want to do it so bad. The least I ever weighed that I remember was, well, let's just say, last time I was under 200 pounds was 7th grade when I was probably like 5'7" or something. I'm 6 foot now, but 5'7" in 7th grade, I know I was 190 pounds. So in high school, I think the best I ever was 226, and I want to say that was maybe junior or sophomore year. I don't remember. I worked at Wendy's in high school, so I gained a lot of weight then. I was a supervisor when I guess it was right after high school. I was supervisor, and man, I was just packing on the pounds with free food and everything. And so I finally got out of Wendy's, and that's when I first lost my 30 pounds. So anyway, here it is. As of April 2014, I'm 280 pounds again, and I'm ready to lose weight. So my first 3 weeks in the gym, I was going 5 days a week, and I guess I was 280, and then I guess I was around 275 when I started to work out. I guess I lost 5 pounds from water weight or whatnot, and but my first 3 weeks I didn't lose 1 pound at all, and it was pretty disturbing. So I went on YouTube. I said, why am I not losing any weight? And then I realized it, and it was obviously nutrition. I had to accept the fact. When you're working out, you get a lot hungrier than you normally get. Me personally, and so I was just eating a lot, but I was maintaining my weight at 275. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try to eat healthier. And I don't remember what I was eating. Maybe salads and just little stuff. I know at that time I haven't drank soda and since then, and I gotta say that's the best move I ever made. I want to say around Thanksgiving and a couple weeks ago I tried a sip of my brother's soda, but every time I try it, it makes my stomach feel sick, and it's literally how the heck does anybody drink it? Because I could just feel the sugar hit. It's just a terrible feeling for me. So I realized diet and working out is about 80 to 20%. That's like an 80-20 ratio. I also bought really nice Bluetooth headphones. They were like $180, and that was that was one of my best purchases for the gym, because music was everything to me. You know, it was the reason why I kept doing 45 minutes of cardio on the elliptical every day. And you know, I'll get to my cardio later, but I was doing 45 minutes of cardio. And since I was changed up my workout and I was a lot happier in the gym with my new headphones, eating healthier, I started losing around 10 pounds a month. And then, so between May and October, I was about 10 pounds a month. And then now Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas is coming up, New Year's. I'm in high school. I was in college. I had to finish up some classes, and I was stressed out. So between October and January, I was on a huge plateau. I didn't gain any weight because I was still going to the gym every day, but I didn't lose any weight. And I didn't really lose any inches off my body too, so it was a true plateau. And thank God I broke it, and it was around late January I got back on my diet. I tried this thing called intermittent fasting. I'll get into that in a little bit. That really helped me. And first month after I got back into it, I started running on the treadmill, which I honestly don't do anymore, and I'll get into that in a little bit too. But I was running on the treadmill every 3 weeks. I started at 6 miles an hour, which I was never able to do before. Now I could do that no problem. But for 12 minutes altogether, and then every 3 weeks I would go up 0.2 miles an hour, and eventually I hit 7 miles an hour, which was a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't do it anymore, and I'll get into that. But when I started running and I went to the intermittent fasting, my first month I lost 15 pounds. So I went from, in October I was 230. By January I actually did gain like 6 pounds. I was 236. But a month later, in late February, I was 222. So I lost 14 pounds in that 1 month. And then around then I was losing around 5 pounds a month. And honestly, that is where I noticed the most of my body changes. I felt my fat coming off a lot easier. According to the body fat calculator, I was losing my numbers for my measurements. My weights were going down, the scale was going down, everything was going down perfect. I noticed these veins popping out of my arm. Probably can't see them, there's not really good lighting, but especially when I'm in the gym, the veins are just popping out. It's honestly the most proud I've ever been in my body in my life. So my total body fat percent in April was, or it might have been May, I don't remember when I got the body fat calculator a few weeks late, but it was 32%, and now it's around 12 to 13%. So I lost 20% of my body fat, which is pretty insane, me thinking about that. I do want to get down to around 8 to 10%, and that's going to take a little bit of work, but I gotta say, the intermittent fasting helped me. Some may say, oh, it doesn't work, it doesn't matter when you eat your food, but just a little breakdown. 15 hours out of the day I wouldn't eat, and 9 hours I would eat all my meals in that period. So I wouldn't eat before I go to bed, and I wouldn't eat when I first woke up. I would go to the gym on an empty stomach. I would do cardio on an empty stomach, then I'd go downstairs and lift weights on an empty stomach. And this is all 5 days a week. So that I really feel helped me out. And I gotta say, that was hard, because, like, really hard. Because I wasn't sleeping good. You can't sleep on an empty stomach, it's hard. I was waking up every few hours. That was hard. So I really wasn't getting my best workouts, but I really felt doing exercise on an empty stomach really helped burn fat, because you don't have anything else to burn besides fat. So besides being tired, it did pay off pretty well. So I'll go into my gym schedule and some supplements that I took. My gym schedule hasn't really changed. I go 5 days a week. Monday, chest day. Tuesday is legs day. Wednesday is arms day, so bis and tris. Thursday is back day, and Friday is shoulders. Every day I had a little warm up. I would do some, like in my warm up, I'd do some shrugs and some forearm exercises to get that activated, so I didn't have any. So I try to avoid any injuries with that, because if you hurt your forearm or your shoulder in a workout, it kind of ruins a lot of your goals, for me anyway. Some supplements. When I first started, my first month, I did buy a pre-workout, but I stopped taking that because I was doing 45 minutes of cardio, and by the time I get down to weightlifting, I would be drained just from my heart was pounding and the pre-workout was worn off, so I stopped taking that. But I gotta say, this product, it's called Tripact. I have some over there. Actually, I'll go get it for you. This stuff right here, it's called Tripact. That was the greatest protein, I think, that helped me. It was really good too, vanilla plus cinnamon. So that was something that really helped me. I take it after my workout. And I would usually use almond milk, and that was really good together. But I actually switched in the past month to... I tried a different proteins, and I took this stuff called Hydro Builder, and honestly, I really think that helped me make some gains, but I wasn't losing any weight on it. But I took 20 servings of that, which is 1 tub, because I don't know, I wanted to try something new, and it was good. But I recently went to this Athlean X guy. He has his own supplement called Athlean RX. There's 3 tubs that comes with the package. There's a pre-workout, there's a post-workout, and there's a protein before you go to bed. And honestly, this is my favorite because after looking at the ingredients and after watching this guy's videos, he makes hundreds of videos on working out and his supplements that it creates. He really, every video he makes, he puts a science behind why it's good for you or why it's not good for you in anything, nutrition or working out. So losing the weight, I've been trying new things. A month ago I started doing, or it was like, I guess it was like a month and a half ago now, I did a thing on YouTube called 30 Days of Yoga, and God, I couldn't keep up with the girl that was, I guess you could say, my instructor on YouTube. But just doing what I could, I've improved a lot in my flexibility, and I felt better. I felt more calm and awake and just one with my body. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but coming from a guy anyway, but honestly, it was an awesome experience. And I haven't done my yoga in like 2 weeks, but I gotta get back into it because they were my best workouts when I did yoga before I went to the gym. Another thing, I was watching hours of YouTube videos of working out and nutrition a day. I mean, literally hours. It's kind of sad, but that's what I had to do. I didn't have to do it, but that's what I wanted to do. And there's 3 guys or 3 channels on YouTube that I watched, and one was the Athlean X guy, which I bought my supplements from. Another is Strength Camp with Elliot Hulse. And the third one is the Hodge Twins, but I really just watch them for comedy. Sometimes they'll put out a good video on, working out or something. And all 3 of those guys, I don't take everything they say to heart. With that Athlete Next guy, I try to, because he really does know what he's talking about. But there's too much that information to take at once, but I do let it ponder in my head, and I gotta say, in the past few months, I've really taken a lot of what they did and brought it with me to the gym, and it's helped me out. And I'm not trying to promote those guys, but I gotta say, if you give them a chance between Elliot Hulse and Athlean X, you'd be like, wow, they know what they're doing. But anyway, guys, that's basically about it. If I forgot anything, I'll write it in the description. I'll put links to all the channels I was talking about in the description. And honestly, guys, I gotta say, overall, my weight loss experience, it was hard but worth it at the same time. But honestly, it was hard in the beginning, and it was hard towards the end of my goal when I was around like 215 to 200. You know, it was just getting to my head. I'm like, I gotta drop this weight. I gotta drop this weight, and it really stressed me out. But now I'm at a point where I increase, like, oh, that's another thing, I guess. 1,700 calories a day when I was intermittent fasting. That's what helped me lose weight. Now I'm around 20, I guess 22 to 2,700 calories a day. And man, I can sleep good at night. It's unbelievable. But it was worth it. All the struggle, it was worth it. All the compliments that I've been getting lately, it's worth it. And I thank everyone that's complimented me in the gym, at work, family, friends. It truly is the greatest experience to get just compliments day in and day out, and it makes it all worth it. What was I gonna say a second ago before I got into my calories? But yeah, that's about it. So it was worth it all. It was hard at first, and it was hard towards the end, but in the middle, once you get what works for you personally, once you start seeing results and you know what you got to do, we all know what we have to do. It's whether we want to do it or not. But once you know what you got to do, and once you start doing it day in and day out, and it becomes a habit, and it's a healthy habit, and you work for it every day, results are worth it, and it becomes easy. And I literally mean easy. Like, it's just second nature, losing weight once you get into the rhythm. Now I'm focused on building strength and stuff, so I'm around 200, and I'd like to get down to around 190, and that will come, but I'm doing less cardio, and I know, it's funny, I said that's about it, and now I remember the cardio part. I'm doing less cardio. At first, like I said, I was doing 45 minutes on an elliptical. Then I switched to a treadmill. I was only doing 12 minutes. And now when I go to the gym, I just do 5 minutes on the bike, and then I go downstairs and I lift weights, and I'm on a full stomach. Well, not full stomach, but I got food in my stomach, and I feel good. And it's just, I feel good, guys. Give it a shot. If you guys are wondering whether it's worth it or not, it's worth every damn second.